Hello, and welcome to Barovia. For possibly the last time, I am your humble master of dungeons and keeper of dragons, Pixel, and I am pleased to present to you the 43rd episode of Ages of Einor Presents Curse of Strahd. You already know the spiel, folks. If you've made it this far, you know the deal. But for old time's sake, we are going to go around and introduce ourselves and our characters, as well as whether or not we have chat inspiration, starting, of course, with Vincent Page.
Man, you know it's serious whenever he skips this 5 minute long spiel. You know. Y'all, I have been Vincent Page for the entirety of this adventure, at least to my knowledge. I've also been Ash Fireforge, your changeling rogue, who is currently inspirationless, if that's a word. And hold on to your butts.
Indeed. Omega.
Hey y'all, my name is Omega, and I am playing Peter Wallhorn, the Valor Bard, and I do have chat inspiration.
Okay. Ozzy.
Fancy pants, Rich McGee. I'm sorry.
No, it's good.
I'm
Get the laughs
Ozzy.
in now.
Yeah.
I'm Ozzy. I originally started out the story playing Thorin Fireforge, and now I'm playing Cass Fireforge, the Ancient's Paladin. And it's been a wild, 2 years since we started this. And regardless of what happens tonight, it's been fun. It's been an honor to help kill Strahd with you guys.
Excellent.
Okay, now I'm
Chat
inspired.
inspiration.
Yeah.
And I have chat inspiration.
Excellent. And a bonus mom.
I am Bonus Mom, and actually, I was not Bonus Mom when this adventure started. I was just me. But thanks to the chat, the very first night when I introduced myself as Pixel's mom and Vincent Page's other mom, and hey, if you were in chat, I guess I'm your other mom too. Then Ham Pamwich and a couple of folks said, you know what? You're Bonus Mom. And that has stuck. So whatever happens tonight, I owe my name to this adventure, for which I am extremely grateful. And Bonus Dad thanks you, and Bonus Bro thanks you, and the Bonus Fam thanks you, and we could go on endlessly. I am playing Wanderess, the Nature Domain cleric, who started the adventure as a Circle of Stars druid, and long about character level 5 that got totally over Bonus Mom's head. So Pixel allowed me to slip into a role that was a tad more comfortable tonight. I'm looking forward to ending this one way or another.
And what about that chat inspiration?
I don't have any.
Dun, dun, dun. Also, do want to remind everyone that the hit dice mechanic exists in case you want to give our friends a little top up as we go here. And, of course, my name is Pixel. I am your dungeon master. Tonight, I will be your Count of Barovia. And you can also find me every other week on our Descent into Avernus campaign, where we just got to Avernus last episode. So next chance we get, we'll be finally starting to explore hell itself. And you can also find me here on twitch.tv/hammerandpixel, where I have been playing a bunch of stuff, but mostly Elden Ring. We're going through the DLC with Bonus Mom and crew, and that's been a lot of fun. So, without further ado, our heroes stand in a crypt deep within the pillar stone of Castle Ravenloft. Behind them, the doors slam closed once again, as Thorin and his ghastly crew of spectral adventurers, slain by Strahd over countless years, rush out, with a weakened Mordenkainen, who has cast Wish to cleanse his apprentice Onyx of vampirism. This left him exhausted and unable to fight, as well as carrying out the newly undead Onyx to assist Rudolph Van Richten and Esmeralda in holding off the undead from the crypt outside, who would seek to aid their master and finishing off these pesky adventurers. So it all comes down to this. Strahd stands at the foot of his coffin. The shadowy armor that had been granted to him by his brief alliance with Menoth the Darkstar is now torn from him. He hisses, and his eyes flash red, fangs distended as his flesh begins to smoke in the sunlight emanating from Peta's sunblade. He grimaces and opens his mouth and spreads his arms as 3 swirling streams of blood are pulled from what's left of the corpses of his wives. A short moment passes as he swallows the blood, seemingly empowered by his quick drink, and he focuses on you adventurers now. Well, I guess it was always going to come to this, no. But my reign here in Barovia is not over yet. Not by a long shot. And he springs into motion, and I believe we begin initiative with him up top. So, back to the map. Strahd quickly casts Fog Cloud.
Bonus Mom has an inspiration, by the way.
Okay. Oh, actually, first thing,
Thank
he's
you.
injured. He starts his turn inside the sunlight, and he is injured by it. That is the first thing that happens, and I cannot forget that.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't.
Yeah, that will be very important. Okay, so. However, he does cast Fog Cloud directly over top of all of you, creating an area that is considered obscured. So now it is sunlight, but kind of the way that if you like shine your bright lights into fog, it actually makes you be able to see less, right? He casts this fog cloud, and it's just blinding white. The bright light that's emanating from Peta's sword sort of scatters into the fog. And, oh my gosh, we're getting raided. Sorry, we normally can't call this stuff out, but welcome, Lady Stuff and the Raiders. You're catching us just as we're getting started.
Whoa!
Okay.
Thank you so much for the raid, everybody. We are Ages of Lynor. We were playing some D&D. You're catching us right as we get into battle. The vampire is creating this area of obscurity, and then you guys actually don't see what happens, but I will say, Peta and Ash, you sense that directly in between you, something is moving.
Oh, good lord.
And that is going to be action and bonus action from Strahd. That's it for him. So, Ash, you're up next.
Okay, so you say I sense it, but I'm assuming that attacking is just disadvantage.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah, so basically in Fog Cloud, it is considered heavily obscured, and mechanically that's basically the same as you being blinded.
I figured.
Yeah, unfortunately. So, you will have disadvantage on the attack roll, unless you have some means of clearing the fog.
That I'm pretty sure that I don't have, but I do have an idea, and I'm probably going to shout that out as I do this next thing. First thing I'm going to do is, if this is metagaming, you can very much say so, I can dumb myself down. I'd like to disengage as a bonus action.
Okay.
If that doesn't make sense, I'm willing to take the hit.
I mean, I don't think that anyone can take attacks of opportunities if they can't see the creature that's moving. So I believe Fog Cloud means that he can't take an attack of opportunity if you're trying to move away from him anyway.
Oh, well, okay. Then
So
I'll save my
you
bonus
still
action.
have your bonus action if you need it for something else.
So literally all I was going to do is 5, 10, get out of this fog cloud. I feel like gaining visibility is my very first thing.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna move over here, which I think I can do. We'll work off. I think Strahd's still up here somewhere, right?
Okay.
And I'm gonna
Well,
grab
I
that
feel
for
like you
cover.
would have heard, like, so basically there is sort of a magical whooshing sound, and you would have heard what you would have. You've been an adventurer long enough and seen stuff like this. There was some kind of like shadow jump teleport thing that happened, and all of a sudden you heard like boots on the, stone next to you.
Sure.
So.
Okay. Well, I don't think that really changes much. I'm gonna grab this pillar for cover.
Okay.
And honestly, I'm just gonna yell, "Wondrous wind!"
Wondrous
Okay.
what?
Wind. Like
Okay.
wind wall.
Um.
I don't know if anybody else that has means of getting rid of the fog, so that's like the first thing that came to mind.
Okay. At the end of your turn, Strahd is going to make an unarmed strike against Peta.
Is this a legendary thing?
Oh,
It
boy.
is. It's a legendary action.
Thank you.
He does have disadvantage on this. With disadvantage, that is a 20. 30.
Oof. Yeah, that definitely hits.
Okay. That is 6 points of slashing damage and 6 points of necrotic damage.
Ooh. Okie dokie.
Okay, so that's the end of Ash's turn. Peta, you're up next. You've just been, you see these, black claws slice out of the fog, cutting you badly.
Okay. Well. Oh god. I'm gonna go ahead and heal myself.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds. At third.
Okay.
So go. Let's see. Look roll. Okay. I
Okay.
heal myself for 17.
17.
Let's see.
Oh.
Alrighty, and then I guess like I could use my bonus action to attack. Or do I get or do I not get that?
I don't think you can use your bonus action to attack
I don't think
unless you
so.
have some ability that lets you do that.
Yeah, I don't think I do. Okay.
But the same thing applies if you just move away from him. He can't take an attack of opportunity because technically he can't see you either.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so let's do this. Okay. I think I'll move here and end my turn.
Okay. You do still have your bonus action if you wanted to grant inspiration or anything, but you also don't have to use it. You can hang on to all that. Or if you're out of inspiration, I'm not tracking your stuff. I just
Yeah,
want to make
no,
sure you have
that's
an
fine.
opportunity to use it if you want.
Yeah, I will go ahead and give Ash
Okay.
my bardic inspiration since that's what I see once I
Okay. And
exit.
Ash, Wondrous, and Cass have a yellow mark on them. Does anyone remember what that's for? Was that bless or something?
It was aid.
aid.
Yeah, I was gonna
That's
ask
right.
about
That's
that,
right.
as a matter
It's
of fact.
aid,
Yep.
which means that your hit points maxes were bumped up by 5, which lasted for 8 hours.
Yep.
Okay, so any healing you can go up to 5 points above your max. Okay, that's the end of Peta. Peta grants bardic inspiration to Ash. At the end of Peta's turn, Strahd, I'm actually going to make a perception check with disadvantage for this guy. See if he has a sense of where the other guys are. Even with disadvantage, that's a 20. Not nat. So, he is going to move with a legendary action directly in between Cass and Wondrous. Cass, you're up.
Okay. So okay. Question. So obviously here, I have disadvantage, right?
Yes, you have disadvantage because you can't see Strahd.
If I'm here, do I still have disadvantage?
He's within the fog cloud, which is heavily obscured, so technically yes.
Okay.
Yeah, both of you would have to be out of the fog cloud for you to not have disadvantage.
Well, here we go. Oh God, where's my weapons? Here we go.
Hey,
That's a 19.
With disadvantage, 19 still hits.
that is impressive.
Burning a smite at level 2 on top of that, so
Okay.
damage first. So that's 12 points of damage.
Okay.
Let's see, level 2 smite. So that would just be 3d8, right?
Well, there's
'Cause,
actually a quick thing I have to resolve first. Wandress, I need you to make a athletics or acrobatics check, your choice.
Okay. I had to restart my computer. I'm sorry. And chat has completely disappeared for me out of Roll20. I don't know why. I don't know where it went.
Okay.
So
There-
give
if
me
you-
just a second.
Okay.
Let me. Shh. I'm doing either athletics or acrobatics.
Yes.
Okay, we're doing an athletics check. Did it
Okay.
roll?
It
Yep,
did
it's
roll.
19.
You are lucky. You are very
Thank you.
lucky, Wandress, because he has disadvantage because technically a grapple check is an attack roll. And so he got a nat 20 and would have really messed you up now, because you see what he attempts to do is lightning fast. You see these hands emerge out of the fog, attempting to grab you and thrust you into the way of Cass's attack. But you are able to, just at the last second, dodge out of the way because he can't see you. His grasp goes wide. Go ahead and roll your 3d8s. Because he is undead. If you'd hit Wandress instead, it would have been 2. I guess actually, no, it's 4, right? No, it's... Yeah.
It's 3 because I'm casting it at... So...
Well, but I think you get more because he's undead too, right? Undead and infernal?
Oh,
isn't it?
yeah, 48 if the target is an undead or a
Yeah.
fiend.
So
Oh,
level
wow.
1 would be 3d8 because he's undead, and then an extra one for level 2, so that's 4d8s. On top of the 12 you already did.
So that's a
Ooh-wee.
total of
16.
12, 8, 28.
Yeah. Whew.
Okay.
So he
Extra
tries to grab
Oh, go ahead.
Wandress and pull him into the way with his reaction, but fails. Go ahead and make that second attack.
That's going to be a 12.
With disadvantage, 12 does not hit. Cass, at the end of your turn, he is going to make another unarmed strike against Wandress. That is only a
Okay.
13 to hit because he has disadvantage from being in the fog.
Okay, and that does not hit.
Okay.
Can I burn reaction sentinel?
You can. Yep.
That's an 11.
11 does not hit.
And
Go ahead.
I wanted to use some of my movement to get out of the fog.
Oh, yeah. Sure. Yeah, well, we can
So
wreck
just
on
like
that.
up here next to Wondrous, and
Yeah.
that's it.
Okay. All right. At the end of the at the end of Cass's turn, after you moved, he tried to attack you. Still had an option to Sentinel, still missed. That brings us to Wandress.
Okay. Now, were you going to tell me what I've managed somehow to get chat back? It's now on the left-hand side of my screen instead of over where it's supposed to be. Yeah. So
I don't
But
have any idea how to fix that. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. I can't Oh, well, I just made it disappear again, so now I can see my spell sheet. Okay, so Wanderous had one plan in mind as soon as he got into in front of Strahd, and that was to use the special thing that he had that does the special sunlight that he doesn't have to have concentration for, and it goes up. Now he knows that there already is the sword there that is on Peeta's sword, and now he has heard someone shout wind at him. Would he know enough about wind to know if he could make it work without like messing up everybody that's there that he can't see, right? So wind is a wall that he shapes.
Sure.
But it looks like the only thing that he could do, you know, there is Strahd, right, is lay it directly in front of him.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
well,
I think
okay,
you...
he can see the other three people now.
No,
okay.
he can't. You're still in the fog. They're out of the fog.
Okay.
But yeah, so
Okay,
I think from our perspective we know, from Wanderous's perspective he doesn't. But I think do with that what you will.
Wanderous would do what Ash told him to do. I think he would. I think he's already proved that. So
I do want to, just before you make your decision, I do want you to know that literally was just a reminder that you had it. If you remember, we had an incident.
Which I appreciate because I get real iffy about things. Now I'm trying to work it out. I know what Bonus Mom would do as to what Wanderous would do.
I just wanted you to know that I would not be hurt if you did not do that, because I just wanted to remind you it was there. It screwed us over trying to defend what's his face. So
well, something I'm afraid that Wanderous does not know is exactly what the sunlight would do to the fog. Has that in any way, shape, or form been made apparent to him?
Yeah, sure. Why don't you make a Arcana or Religion check, and I'll give you advantage.
Okay.
Because you have talked to people who know stuff about vampires and what's going on.
I appreciate all the advice anybody gives me. This is so serious. Okay, Arcana or Religion. Well, they're the same. So he's going to do an Arcana check. I think I did. Did it roll?
You did. With advantage, that's a 19. Hot diggity. Okay. You clock it immediately. Vampires are harmed by the sun. So if the clouds are blocking the sun, then he can come in there and mess with you guys. And it's not perfectly ideal for him, but he's not going to take sunlight damage as long as that fog cloud is still in place. Okay. Right? That's why he did the things he did in the order he did them. And you figure that out, realizing it's always foggy in Barovia. He clearly has weather magic and shit like that. So he's dropped this fog cloud in here to protect himself from the sunlight that we brought in here.
Okay, then I think Wanderous...
If you can either... Oh, and that reminds me, before we keep going, I need to make a concentration check for him for that. That's my bad.
Oh, okay, let's
you dealt,
do that.
what was it, 28 damage to him?
Yeah, 28.
Okay, so that's going to be a DC 14, I think. Concentration check. That's how those work, right? It's
For what?
half the damage he took, or 10, whichever's higher. Right?
God,
I'm honestly not sure. That sounds right, I guess.
Hang on. All right, I feel embarrassed.
You made it sound really smart, and that's what's convincing enough for me.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Whenever you take damage, you make a Constitution saving throw equals 10 or half the... So you have to make a DC 14 concentration check. He... Oh shit, he fails.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Well, now hold on a minute.
I'm not gonna go undo all those missed attack rolls. Apologies, everybody, but that's on me. No one else caught it either. But we are gonna say, Wanderous, you're now doing this. No, he failed that concentration check, and the fog has dissipated. Wait, hang on. I have to look at the fog cloud spell. I'm so sorry to do this. I think it maybe dissipates naturally when he loses concentration. It might not be an instant poof. So you might still need the wind. It lasts for the duration or until a wind disperses it. No, I guess it would get blasted if he loses concentration. So, no, it's blasted. Executive decision. My apologies. Hey guys, D&D has a lot of rules. Normally we say that up
Ugh.
top, but okay. So Wandress,
And we're all like so terrified. Okay.
there is no
given the-
fog. Do whatever
there
you're going to
is
do
no
with
fog.
that knowledge.
Okay, then I think that the thing that he was going to do was use the last 5 charges on whatever that dingus is. And he is going to cast sunlight. It lasts for 10 minutes. It doesn't require concentration. And I guess it is the same thing as what's on Peter's sword, but it just kind of guarantees it.
Yeah, it gives you more space. Like, you could basically cover more of this arena in sunlight, which would be good for
Okay.
you guys.
Well,
Um,
that's the first thing that Wanderous is going to do. And he realizes he's looking eyeball to eyeball with Strahd when he does it. So he casts
Okay.
that. So I don't have written down what the circle of deal about it is.
Yeah, I'll hit 1 second.
You beat me
Okay.
to it. I was working on it.
Okay. The Holy Symbol of Ravenloft can create, or the Holy Symbol of Ravenkind can create.
Your sound
Uh,
disappeared.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Check, check, check.
I can hear you.
Everyone else can hear
Yeah,
me?
I can now.
Okay. 30 feet of bright and 30 feet of dim. So I'm just gonna put 60 feet on you, because that's all that really matters. And we'll make yours a slightly different color. Blam. Okay. So now you have a 60-foot radius splash of light as well. So as you light up, he again skins, smokes. So that's your action. Any bonus actions from Wandress? You are
Okay, so
Okay.
that is an action. But can I do my spiritual weapon for a bonus action after having done that? since
yes,
it's
you
not-
can. Your
or
spiritual
is
weapon
it
was already
considered a
summoned.
spell?
Well, your spiritual weapon was already summoned, and so you can just move it over to him and hit him with it. And I think we've got
Okay,
desync
then that
from
is
your
exactly
video and
what I'm
audio
going to
again.
do. If
So apologies to everyone at home. Her mouth is not going to match,
I'm
but we're not going to
sorry.
mess with that. That's just issues we're having with her audio setup at the moment. No, we can do.
I'll sit like this, and then nobody will know it. I'll go get a mask and put it on. Okay, so spiritual weapon.
22 hits.
Zooey mama.
Okay. Okay. If I am so sorry. I'm just having so much trouble. I don't have chat, so I don't know how to roll it.
Okay,
What do I roll?
I'll just roll it for you, if that's okay.
If you would, I'd have to pull up the dice and do. And I
Okay,
guess I'm going to
6
restart
force
this again
damage.
after my turn and see if I get it back.
Okay, that is 6 force damage to Strahd.
Does it have to be like not a bonus action for that radiant to go off, or how does that work? I'm just because I'm curious.
Using the
Oh,
the
yeah, if I
radiant
do-
thing that's a global modifier that's on her whole sheet, but technically it does not apply to spell attacks.
Okay,
It's like
I was just
weapon
curious.
attacks, or cantrips, but not.
That's fair. I was curious.
Yeah, all good.
Okay, and
Any
Pixel,
movement
I'm
from?
completely shutting down and restarting.
Okay, like your whole
No,
computer.
because anything would be, tough. Yeah, and I'm
Oh.
bringing it back up before my next turn. And
Okay. Shit.
I mean, I'm on Zoom. That's on the other computer.
Oh, that's on the other
Sorry,
computer.
on
Cool.
one that
Okay,
has
sorry.
Roll
I thought I was going to
21.
lose you on Zoom. We're cool. Everybody, let's just take a big, deep breath.
I'm
Um,
sorry.
No, it's
Mom's
fine.
mom's computer can't come soon enough.
Yeah. Any movement from Wanderous before your next turn? No. Oh boy. Okay.
He's eyeball to eyeball. I think
Yeah.
he's just standing there.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna take the damage off your sheet when he hits you here in a minute. So,
Okay.
wait, no. So first things first.
It would be attack of opportunity.
Yeah. He takes 20 damage from being in the sunlight. It doesn't stack. It's just a toggle on off kind of thing. But you know what he is gonna do? Actually, he is going to how far can he go with this thing? What did I say? Ba-da-dum. Okay. Yeah, so he is going to, in a puff of shadows that he conjures, jump 30 feet with his bonus action. He's then going to move another 30 feet back to where he initially started. And then he is going to...
And he does that.
Go ahead.
And Wanderous does not get an attack of opportunity.
Yes, because
this
he
guy's tricky.
teleported away. He used like this... He basically conjured shadow and did like a misty step, but it was like bats. Yeah. And then he's going to huck a spell at you guys. And that spell is going to be...
Fireball.
Not quite. He is going to... I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw from Cass.
Oh, God. Constitution.
DC 18, I think it is.
23. Try
Brutal.
again.
Okay. Well, he is going to... Okay. So it would be 31 damage, half as much on a successful save, and then what, half again because you're a special paladin lass? Am I right about that?
Yeah, so it'd essentially just be a quarter.
Okay, so it would be 31, which halves to 15, which halves to 7. Jesus, 7 damage on a 4th level spell slot. All right, great. That was movement, action, bonus action. That's it. He's done. Ash, you're up.
Okay, first things first, I'm going to take 10 movement so I can find out where he's at. Let me look at my character sheet quick. I'm not getting up there by myself. So 10, 20. I'll just take the 20 for now. Let me measure. Okay. I'm going to take a short bow shot.
Okay.
What have I done? See, now I'm messing stuff up. Oh, me. Short bow. I got a +8. Not too bad. I'm going to guess 13 probably doesn't hit, though.
Does not. Does not.
Well, I'm going to burn the rest of my movement to kind of... If I get right here, is that cover? Or do I need to step back one more?
You would
It's
have,
like-
I think, half cover right there. If you wanted to go one to the right, you would get basically full cover from like right where he's standing, I think.
Okay, I think that's what I'll do then. Is I'm gonna keep full cover. My thing is until people get closer, there's no advantage I have in combat. So
Okay.
my sneak attack is everything to me. So
At the end of your turn,
I hate being here though because I can't see where he's at.
he is going to move once again. Taking his own cover. PETA, you're up.
Okay.
And he just it's very anime. He's just like, whoosh,
Yeah.
like weird whistly wind noises are happening.
Okay. So I want to do a thing. Would it be would I be able to run over to Ash, dimension door over behind Strahd with Ash, and then that way the entire area is covered in sunlight?
I think, yeah, if Ash is willing to go with you, I think you definitely saw, it's dark over. Actually, hang on, let me see what your Yeah, I mean you can see him moving around, I think. There's enough light in here for that. So yeah, I think you would have seen him run behind that. And if you wanted to dimension door, you've got like what 400 feet with that or something.
It's 500 feet for the
Yeah.
range.
I don't think
and
this
can
whole
put it
room is
wherever.
500 feet.
Yeah.
So yeah, for sure.
Okay.
That's what I call big brain play. I love it.
Okay, so I'm gonna call out to Ash, be like, come with me. And then I'm gonna move over to Ash, and then we're gonna dimension door down here.
Okay. Yeah, I can just move you, and then the two of you. It's up to you which one of you is placed where. I don't really care as long as you're within 5 feet of each other when you land.
Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I think this should be okay. So then I'm gonna. I don't really have much else that I can do. Yeah, that's it. That's all that I can do with this turn.
Okay. And then in terms of where you guys landed, do you want? You know, how close are you both? I'm gonna leave that up to y'all, but as long as you land within 5 feet of each other, I don't really care.
I don't know where you wanted to end up, or.
I mean, just for convenience sake, if you want to put me here, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Other than that, I ain't got any complaints.
Okay. All right, so that is movement action from PETA. Cass, you are up.
Okay. Now,
Oh, I guess I should do this. Oh. Sorry. Okay, carry on.
I mean, it's melee range. Is my movement 25 or 30?
I believe it
think
is
dwarves are
25
25.
for dwarves.
Okay, well, I have a plan. So let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Do I have a shot on him from here?
I think he would probably have half cover from there. From the...
Okay, so disadvantage then?
No, I think it's just a +2 to his AC.
Oh, okay. All right, well, I'm gonna try my heavy crossbow. That's a 15.
15 would not hit.
Okay. How close can I get? Sorry. Yeah, that's what. Not enough to matter for this turn. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and end my turn.
Okay. At the end of your turn, he is going to make another unarmed attack against PETA. He has disadvantage because he's in the sunlight. Nope, that's not the button I wanted to click. That's the button I wanted to click. Oof, even with disadvantage, that's a 24 to hit.
That unfortunately hits.
For 12 more damage. 6 slashing and 6 necrotic. As he whips around and slashes. And that's the end of Cass's turn. Wandress, you're back up.
Okay, Wanderers knows he's over behind the column, right?
Correct.
So Wanderers is going to move. 30. Yeah, 30 right there, maybe, instead of blocking Kaz. Okay, now I think he's got straight line of sight on Strahd. Does the light that he created move with him? Does my
Yes, it
light
does.
move
Yeah,
with
it's
me?
centered on the amulet. And he probably
Okay,
has.
so he is back in the light again.
Yeah, you can see him. He has about 3/4 cover if you're making an attack roll, but if it's just a spell that requires line of sight to cast, then you should be fine. So it's depending on what you're doing.
Oh, okay, because it looks to me like I'm directly like lined up.
Well, yeah, but I
right
mean, there's a
with
big
him.
this whole thing here is a big column that like juts halfway into
Okay.
that square, basically. So he's like,
Okay. And I don't remember how the spirit guardian does. If I have to start to move it, I don't think it has
Spirit
that much
Guardians, I think,
movement
is
that
a
it
thing.
gets to him.
Are you talking about the spiritual weapon?
Not spirit guardian, spiritual
I
weapon.
believe you can move it
Yeah.
20 feet per turn.
Does it stay with him?
No, you can move it 20 feet per turn with your
Okay,
bonus
well,
action.
I'm gonna. Okay, wherever it is, where, because he left it behind, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was back where it was. I can move it up to 20 feet, which is basically up to where you are.
Yeah, so 20. I'd move it 20 feet in his direction.
Okay.
But even though he's got the cover, he's got knowing that Wanderous is, you know, let me look at this and see which is the best thing, because he does indeed have that smite thing if he does a if he uses a weapon, and he doesn't have just a world. Oh, you know what? Let's lava guiding bolt at him. Is it one that is a spell and it would hit that
is
direction?
a spell attack. You're better off just, if I'm giving you advice here, you're better off trying to hit him with things that require saves, like Sacred Flame or any other spell you have where he has to make a saving throw. Because all that requires is you either drop the AoE on where he is, or many of them are like line of sight, not like attack roll spells. So
Okay. I must have I've gone brain dead here because I don't see Sacred Flame.
it's a cantrip.
Oh, there it is. It's my cantrip. Okay, got it. Jeez, I'm looking in the wrong place. Okay, then I'm gonna fire off a Sacred Flame at him.
Okay.
And that's a DC 16.
Okay.
See, I got my chat back and I got excited about that, and now I've lost my mind about everything else.
Okay. All right, he's going to make a dex save. What is your spell save DC? Oof.
16.
Well, he got a nat 20. So that he does save on that, unfortunately.
Okay, then I guess that didn't work.
So that's movement, action, bonus action. I think that's it from Wanderous.
Okay. But now he's still in the sunlight. It's the top of his turn. He's in the sunlight still.
Yes.
So he takes the damage.
He does. However, at the end of Wanderous's turn, he is going to make another unarmed strike on PETA. It's the only logical choice, and I do apologize about that. Holy crap, that's only a 13 to hit.
Meets it, beats it.
Oh, no! Oof. Okay, well, that is 13 damage to PETA.
And I'm down.
Damn.
Okay. And then he takes 20
no.
damage at the top of his turn. As PETA falls, he turns to Ash. I mean, he turns and looks at Ash. He does not become Ash. Okay, what's the choice for him to make here? I think he's gonna go ahead and I think he is going to you see his eyes flash red and multiple versions of him step out. He essentially has mirror image on himself. That is his action. With his bonus action, he's going to teleport another 30 feet And then he's going to move again. He still can't quite get out of the sunlight because he used his action. Okay. That's all he's got. Ash, you're up.
Oh man. So I don't have any means of getting you up. I don't think.
That's okay.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all know this, but Strahd wants to live.
No way.
Question: does that sword require
Ooh.
attunement?
Yeah, I believe so. Let's double check it.
Best I can remember.
Not this guy. The Sunblade.
I don't see anything about it.
It does require attunement. That's in my GN notes, unfortunately.
Okay.
But yes. Although I don't think the light goes out.
Yeah, because I think as long as it's activated.
The sword is sentient, so I don't think it
Yeah.
would choose to go out right now. So
Yeah.
okay.
No, yeah, I was just asking, like, if one of us could pick it up.
Yeah, I think you could pick it up and it would still do its trick. I don't know that you would get a lot of the benefits. Like, I mean, it would still, I would say you wouldn't get, like, the pluses to bonus damage and stuff, but you could use it to just deal the radiant damage and to move around the sun.
Okay.
So, all right, Ash.
Okay, well, there's nothing I can do for Peter, so man, I can't see him here either. I guess I'd
Yeah,
bonus
but
action.
you would have seen him. He moved here and then, like, dipped, like, this way.
I'm gonna bonus action dash.
Okay.
Again, the fog of war is being kind of weird. Like I can't. This is black for me.
Oh, interesting. Oh, that's because you don't have a light source. Do
Oh.
you have a light source?
I mean, I don't, but the sunlight was hitting here. I guess
Because I think what's going on is that the sun is all the light is coming from an angle that's blocked.
No, I see.
That makes
Well,
sense.
crap. Well, then I'll just put myself out in the open for no reason. It's okay.
There. Yeah, I
I
mean,
wouldn't, but I wouldn't.
you
be able
like
to see
saw
him.
him go back there, but he would be considered like in darkness as far as your character's concerned.
Okay. Well,
So
in that
like you can
case-
still attack him with disadvantage. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think for me, I'm gonna use my action dash, which is the thing I do, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna move it back. I'm just gonna move it back on the other side of this coffin here.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
As me going up there and well, again, I'm at this huge disadvantage without somebody in range of him. I'm
Yeah.
basically not doing anything,
All
especially
right.
if I can't see him.
PETA, that's a death save. Also, folks at home, don't forget that you have hit dice that you could grant to people if you've saved up enough channel points. Oof, a 2.
That is a fail.
That is a failure for PETA. Okay.
Thanks for reminding me.
Someone has given PETA some hit dice. And just to remind everyone how that works, the next time PETA regains health, he will be able to roll an additional hit dice and gain that much on top of whatever healing he is granted. Cass, you're up. Won't it be funny if it's just the sunlight that kills him?
Yeah, well,
You guys
at this
don't get to
point,
hit
that's
him
what
at
I hope
all, and he
for.
just like burns. I mean, it'll be funny for me. It'll be terribly bad TV for everyone to watch. But you know, hey.
Okay, so let's see. I got how far?
Okay, Wanderous,
Okay.
you also have been granted a hit dice if you would like to use it, and you can use it now because you are not unconscious.
I'm going to
Okay.
Misty Step. So that's 30, 5, 10, 25, 30. I'm going to burn my movement to get up to PETA.
Okay. And just to answer for everyone at home, and this is a little confusing, the heart next to them indicates that they are eligible to have their hit dice redeemed, which is kind of the opposite of the inspiration, which when the inspiration there, it means they have inspiration and it can't be redeemed. So they're kind of backwards, but because of the way the mechanics work, that is sort of what makes sense to me. So, sorry, carry on.
Let's see. I'm gonna drop 15 of my lay on hands on PETA.
Okay. So that's 15 for PETA, and then PETA, you can roll that hit dice to add on top of that if you'd like.
Perfect.
And then, yeah, that was movement, action, bonus action. Let's see. I still have 10 feet of movement left, so I'm going to get up somewhat in between Ash and PETA, and then that's it.
Okay. Wandress, you're up.
Okay. I just need to check one thing here. Okay. So first thing that Wanderers does is he as a bonus action is going to cast mass. Well, okay, wait a minute. First of all, he moves. I'm gonna say, let me get the move. He starts to move towards Strahd, but closer a little bit to everybody, but doesn't jump behind the pole because he doesn't want to have obscured vision. So he moves to there. He casts mass healing word on everybody in the room.
Okay.
Except Strahd.
Of course.
Okay. So mass healing, and is it one that it just happens, right? I just do the D4 plus, I just hit it and it automatically does it. Level 3, submit. Yeah. Okay, did it roll? Oh, submit. There. Okay, everybody gets 6 more healing points then. So that's 6 more, and that was a bonus action. And then, and is this he's behind another pole now? Is that a pole? It's not blacked
that's a pole.
out.
I unblacked it out so that you guys could see him, but yes, that is a pole. He's like hiding from the sunlight.
So he's still blocked from me.
Yeah, kind of. He wants to live. I don't know what to tell you guys. He's fast. He can teleport. He doesn't want to die.
And I would have moved, given all that, that's a pole. I would have moved more from where I was to over there to be sure that the sunlight got to him. Okay. Oh, crap. Mass healing word down. I did that as my bonus action. I need an area of effect spell. That kind of messes up what I had going.
Real quick, does the Ravenkind thing have any charges left? Do we know?
You cast
the thing that I used the sunlight for? No.
It's out.
I have
Are
turn
you sure?
undead is the only other thing, but that's going to make him run away.
Let's take a look at it. Let's do some math. You at one point
The thing that I had the 10 charges for?
You cast Hold Vampires from it once, right? Which had cost
and
1 charge.
Through it.
And then you cast... You used Turn Undead and used the charges to give everything disadvantage earlier, right? When you were outside? Was that right?
I did the Hold Vampires was the one that I did when everybody showed up. And then the Turn Undead I did at some point.
Okay, so then no, yeah, that's because it was 1 action for one charge for Hold Vampires, 3 charges for the buffing up your Turn Undead so that stuff had disadvantage on the saves, and then the Sunlight used the remaining 5 charge. Oh no,
there's 1 left, right?
There's 1 left.
That's only 9.
Yeah, there is 1 left.
Yeah, so can I do Hold Vampire?
Well,
okay, can I do Hold Vampire with him on the very last one?
You know he's not within 30 feet of you right now, so you're gonna want to hang on to that.
I brought it up again, just as a reminder.
Yeah, no, all good.
Yeah, because I thought
Um,
we were out.
Oh,
Between
you're so good though. But wait a minute. Where
Between-
was I with my movement? I
you,
was like,
you were originally
I was
here.
like back up
You've
here
moved
somewhere, right?
20 feet to get to the spot you were at where you've stopped now. Also, between Cass and Ash, who has less hit points?
I'm sitting at 76.
Okay, so if I move over there,
I'm at my max plus the 3 with
nope,
aid.
it's still not far
I mean, I
enough.
have 2 that I could, but
Okay. So I
Are you
think
maxed
that'll
out,
go
Cass?
to Cass.
No, I'm 14 below max.
Okay,
And
so
saw
Glitter
you-
redeemed a hit dice. We'll give that to Cass. Sorry, and go ahead and
I'll
finish your
save
turn,
it.
bonus mom.
Okay, the best I could do was
Screw it. I'll go ahead and take it.
the best I could do. Then I can't get close enough to him to do that. But thank you for pointing that out. So I move closer to him. Hopefully, he's still in the sunlight because of my move.
Okay.
That he's going to start his next turn in that sunlight.
Yep.
And I did the thing to get everybody more stuff. And
That put
the
me
only
back
other
up
thing
to
that I have
max.
is I have dispel magic, but he's not doing anything that I would need to that I could dispel magic for, is he?
No, Dispel would have nixed the fog cloud, but he lost concentration on that. He does not seem to have any other.
Yeah, and I
Well,
didn't have to do that.
No, I think his illusory duplicates would count because that's basically the what spell is that?
mirror image. you
Mirror.
said?
It's basically the mirror image spell, but you'd have to be able to see him to cast that. So
Okay. Well, and he's I can't see him, so I think I'm sort of stuck on that. Oh, I don't think I have anything else unless there's something. You know
Okay.
what? I'm gonna haul off with thither and aim at him anyway at all the advantage I've got because I need to do at the
I
disadvantage.
think he's
Whatever it is, because I got to do something.
Just based on this, he is literally full cover from you. So if you want to like use your
Well,
action to
crap.
dash or dodge to give yourself like him disadvantage on attacks, although he would have that already from being in sunlight. If you want to get extra movement and go somewhere, but yeah, you unfortunately can't see him to shoot him from there.
Okay, I'm gonna take 30 more feet of movement in a dash then.
Okay. Ooh.
And I'm gonna get on
okay.
the other side of the pole from him. It may be a death wish, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Okay, well, he's going to take another 20 points of damage at the top of his turn from the sunlight. He's having a real bad time. He has his illusory duplicates.
Does he have to hold concentration on those?
I don't think Mirror Image is a concentration spell, but I'll double check it. Good question. It does not appear to be a concentration
Saving
spell.
me, Ash. Thank you
So-
for the help.
I tried.
worries.
Hey, listen, I respect the hustle. Okay, he is going to step out over here. Oh yeah. Gonna drop a fireball.
Damn it. Well, Peter, good thing I've got you covered.
Well, Ash has evasion anyway, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a DC 18 Dex save. I have to make sure. Boom. He did that. He did one of those.
Woo! 22.
Whew. Well,
19.
everybody passed their save.
Whoa.
So,
Yes.
good job, everybody. Okay, it would be 32 fire damage. If you pass your save, that drops to 16. Those of you within the range of Cass, it drops even further to 8. My God. And Ash takes nothing from Rogue Evasion. Yeah?
Yep. Sounds about right.
Y'all are hard to kill. He's trying. Okay, that's
Oh,
his...
God, I hope so.
Where would he even go at this point? He's running out of options, man. Okay, with his bonus action, he is going to poof again, and then he's going to run another 30 feet. He seems to be headed for the
Boy.
door. He's very mobile. But that's the end of his turn. Ash, you're up.
Holy taters, man. I was just making sure that I counted that right. I'm just gonna shoot him with my bow. Oh wait, time the hell out. I can use insightful fighting. Yeah,
You can. Yeah, for sure.
try to get my sneak attack, which I think is what it does
Okay. What's he making? A deception?
against my insight. I think right.
Now, how the crap did they not give old Strahd any any like expertise or even proficiency in deception? My man's has got arcana, perception coming out the ass, stealth coming out the ass, nary a deception to be seen.
Yeah, sucks at lying.
And he has
apparently. Like,
disadvantage on ability checks from being in the damn sunlight. So
how is his charisma modifier not like a +5?
well, it is only a +4.
Ah,
With disadvantage, that's a 7.
I got a 19, so he can kiss my butt.
Yeah.
All
Brutal.
right, we're going for a short bow attack.
Okay.
14
Oh.
to hit.
Yeah. 14 does not hit.
All right, we're gonna burn Chat Inspiration though because
Burn up that
I'm
Chat
tired of
Inspiration,
not
baby.
hitting this guy. I rolled another fucking 14.
14. You got any DM inspiration? Throw
You
it
know
on
what,
there.
and I'm gonna burn it too. You damn right. I ain't dragging this out. Oh my
Oh,
god.
Oh my god.
It's fine. Whatever, man.
Phew.
It's cool.
Oof. All right. Well, Ash laying everything on the line. You have your Chat Inspiration back already.
Thanks, Bam.
At the end of
Yeah,
Ash's
way to go, way to go.
turn, he's gonna move another 30 feet. Beat it.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna have Cass join me and I'm gonna dimension door.
Whoa! Yes.
I'm
Yes,
gonna dimension door over to here, I think.
I love it.
I'm
What a
here for it.
legend.
So I'm gonna pull Cass with me. I'll be like, Cass, come on, let's go.
High five.
So I'm gonna do that as my action. God,
Okay, so
what
you
else
guys
do
are
I have?
both headed over, like, I don't exactly know where you want to end up over there, but that's, I'm presuming, where you were headed.
I mean, that's good with
Yep.
me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good with that too.
Okay, so that's your action to Dimension Door. So once again, you rush over,
Yes.
grab Cass, and the two of you woof, in the same sort of, teleportation pop of, vacuum air. And bam, you were over directly in front of Strahd, who once again hisses and spits. Why won't you die?
You trying to run away?
Okay. Unfortunately, I do not have any other bonus actions that I can do.
Also, Ash, you have a hit dice. You can add that to temp HP if you haven't taken any damage.
What a legend.
Oh, wait, no. I think they were giving that to Omega. But Kelixel, Omega has
no.
already had it redeemed. So if you want, we can either give it to Ash or we can refund it. Up to you.
I'm
Thank
cool
you,
either way.
though.
Sorry, carry on.
No, you're good. I think that's all that I can actually do, really.
You have movement. Okay, and he does want to dash.
Okay, so I will go ahead and move. Let's see. I'm gonna move right in front of the door.
Poetic, honestly. If this was a movie, I would watch it. This is great.
And that'll be my turn.
Trapped like a rat. Trapped like a rat in a crypt. Okay, that's the end. At the end of Peter's turn, Cass, you're the only available option. He is going to attempt to take a unarmed strike against you.
Bring it.
With disadvantage, that is a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, that is going to be 7 slashing and 4 necrotic damage. As he
Okay.
lashes out with his claws. And then Cass, your turn.
All right. Massive disruption. Here we go. 19.
19 hits.
Okay. Level 2 smite. So that's 17 damage from that.
Mm.
So that's going to be another plus 48. Okay, so that's going to be 24 points of damage
Okay.
for attack 1. Attack 2 is coming up. Chat inspiration.
Okay.
18.
18 hits.
Okay. So 10, and then I'm gonna have to go into my level 1 spells, which is still 3d8.
Okay.
So that's gonna be another 23.
Oof.
And
My
then
friends,
bonus
he is
action.
starting to look hurt and desperate.
Bonus action, burn 1 channel divinity to restore a level 2 spell slot.
Oh, damn.
And that's my turn.
He's bloody. He's singed. His flesh is smoking. His cheeks are sunken. His eyes are glowing red. You can see rage and fear. At the end of your turn, he's going to take another legendary action for an unarmed strike on... Is that what he should do?
You have inspiration back, Cass.
Yeah, he's going to take another unarmed strike on Cass with disadvantage. That is only 13 to hit. Damn.
Misses.
Damn. Okay. Wandress, you're up.
Okay, Wanderous moves the 30 feet, and he is not close enough to do the turn on the whole vampire.
Don't you still have your
If he
spiritual
dashes,
weapon?
he doesn't get to do anything.
Yeah, it's over here. It can't reach, but
Well, yes, but it's nowhere close to him. It only moved 20 feet. It's out there somewhere. It never would have gotten to him. So,
well, in the last turn
having
you
one
cast
spiritual
Mass Healing
weapon,
Word with
I
your
can't
bonus
cast
action
it.
anyway. If you recast it, you can just move it if he's within range and you want to burn the spell. But you might have other better stuff to hit him with. I don't know.
I mean,
he's looking hurt and desperate.
what I
So if
was
you
gonna
got
do,
stuff
because
to hit him with it.
I was thinking to go at him with Dither because if I hit him, I've got the
Okay.
Real quick.
the thing that I can do.
Does Wondrous have the
Yes.
scrolls?
You got a better idea? Give it to me. What now?
Sure. Yeah, we can say Wondrous has this whatever the scrolls. were.
Okay. So as a reminder, you have several scrolls.
I don't know if
One of them is a scroll of haste.
I don't think Wondrous can cast haste.
Oh, okay.
I think that's a wizard. I think that's a
Okay.
wizard spell.
All right.
Sorry.
I just wanted to point out that it was there. It's all good. That is
I
unfortunate though,
appreciate
because
it.
that would
Thank you.
have
Give me all the help
made
you
my
can
life
give
a lot
me.
easier.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
sorry.
a wizard spell. That's good. But you do have a
Okay,
couple
well,
other ones just
I
as a
also
reminder.
have
I'm so sorry.
if I do them, I don't even know where are they.
I
it
think
looks like
we.
there's
I
a
think
counter
Morden
spell.
Kane. I think honestly, Morden Kanan had all the scrolls because
Okay.
they were all wizard
Yeah,
scrolls
I don't
at that
have
point. I think the
scrolls written
only.
down anywhere.
I think the only scrolls you had left were all wizard spells.
Okay, cool. That's all good. I pulled
I
up everything that I saw in our bags.
Think that Esmeralda had them
Okay.
originally, and then she gave them to Morden Kanan.
Yeah,
Aren't
makes
scrolls
sense.
castable by anyone? Glitter, in 5th edition,
Okay.
scrolls can only be casted by somebody who has the spell listed on the scroll on their class's spell list. Unless you have I think there's a thief subclass that lets you do other stuff. But anyway, sorry, carry on.
Yep, no worries.
Okay. All right. So my spiritual weapon is within 60 feet. Let me see if I'm within 60 feet of him because I could recast spiritual weapon on him. I'm
You
not
are
sure I
within
am.
60
though. See,
feet.
it's just.
Yes, you are.
Okay,
he's
then
50
what
feet
I'm
away
going to
from you.
do, I've already, let's see. I haven't done, at this point, all I've done is move, right?
Yes, correct.
That's all I did is I ran my 30 feet. Okay, so I'm casting spiritual weapon again over top
Okay.
of him as a bonus action.
I'll put it over here just to.
And is that one
Okay.
I have to
you
roll
make a
to
spell
see if it
attack
does.
roll,
Let me
yes.
get back to this.
Spell attack roll from spiritual weapon.
I'm getting to it.
You
Okay.
can also,
So
if you
I'm getting
choose,
down
you
there
don't
to my
have to, but if
spiritual
you
weapon.
choose, you can cast it at, if you tell me now, if you choose, you can cast it at a higher level, which means every time you use it, it'll do 1 dice more damage per higher level you use. Not telling you you have to do that,
Let's see what
just
I
letting you
have
know
there.
you have the option.
Okay, all I've got are level 3 spells. So
Well,
let me see. I used Mass Healing Word, which is 2. Okay, so I will cast Spiritual Weapon
okay.
at level 3.
Okay.
Okay, so now let's get back to the front page on this and do that.
Okay, so it looks like the attack roll with spiritual weapon was an 11 to hit. If you want to burn inspiration, you can roll it again.
Okay, well then then I want to burn my inspiration. Let me see. Do I have chat back? Yep. Okay, so I'm going to burn my inspiration
Okay.
and do Spiritual Weapon again.
Oh no. That's a nat 1.
I didn't get it that time either.
No, it was a nat 1. I'm sorry.
Okay. But that was a bonus action, right?
Correct.
So I still have.
You
So
still have your action.
I still have an action. So you know
But
what? Let's get
you-
the dadgum thither out there
Okay.
and aim thither at him.
Let her rip.
What?
Let
Because
her-
that's a
yes,
weapon attack,
correct.
right?
Yep, let her rip.
Okay. Okay, I did. Did that hit?
11. No, ma'am, 11
No.
to hit.
Okay.
But you do
Okay,
have
so
inspiration
Wanders
back.
through everything he had at him and it didn't
Oof.
work.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Thank you. All righty. But I don't have any more. I'm done.
Okay.
That was all he could do.
Well,
But now
At the-
I did move closer. So
at the
yeah,
top of
he's
his
still in my
turn, he
sunlight.
does
So he starts
take
in the sunlight again.
another 20 damage, and he at this point his skin is starting to slough off into ash. He is in bad shape.
God, I would
Yeah,
love
he
to have
has
finished
his. Oh, you know what we didn't do when you were attacking him? We didn't do his illusory duplicates. But that's on me. I gave him the ability and then forgot to use it. So we're not gonna screw that now. He is going to. Okay. He is going to bonus action teleport once again next to Peter, next to the door. I swear it's not that he has anything specifically against you. It's just that you're always in the wrong place.
Sure.
Unarmed strike. With the disadvantage, that's a 25 to hit.
Yep.
For 16 damage.
God damn it, I'm down.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Okay.
no!
Well, with his object interaction, he is going to attempt to open the door, which is supernaturally shut. I think we are losing some frames. My apologies, folks. So he is going to have to make an athletics check on the door. He is now like a desperate feral animal running in his own house. Below how the mighty have fallen. That is only a 15. I don't think that is enough to break down the ghosts holding the door shut. So he is slamming into this crypt door right next to PETA. And he whirls around, just attempting to kind of ready himself for you guys approaching him. Ash.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. I think I counted that right with my dash. And since Pete is down, I won't get sneak attack, but we'll just shoot at him, I guess. That 14, man.
Oh no.
I'm gonna burn my
14
chat inspiration. That
14
Tam was
is
kind
not
enough.
Okay.
18, maybe?
18
And
hits.
I didn't mean to draw that. All right. All right, God.
For 9
please.
piercing damage.
I didn't mean to
You
draw
did
that
your
one.
insightful fighting, which I believe still lasts. So you do get sneak attack on this.
What?
Yeah. Listen.
The hellfire.
Go.
Yeah, you know.
16
Oh,
sneak
that's
attack.
nice. So 25 total.
No way.
Ash.
No way.
As he strikes down PETA, as Cass gears up to charge in one last time, sunlight bouncing off, for the first time in history, the inside of the walls of the crypt of Strahd's tomb deep under the earth. You pull out your trusty short bow. He's just so fast, Ash. He's bounced all over this room. He's teleported. He sprints. He's like a fucking shadow. Ash, how do you want to do this?
Oh my lord. Okay, so what kind of door is this?
It is a big, ornate, like stone crypt door. I mean, this is his tomb, right? So this has been like absolutely decked out. It is like marble. It is, carved beautifully. It's ancient and gothic, so it's like old, and kind of dusty, but like you can tell a lot of, care went into designing this door and massive blocks of stone that you guys initially came in. But there's this like faint sort of green energy pulsing in it as these ghosts are holding it shut, trapping him in here as he was beating on the door. He whirls around to face the rest of you.
Okay, so the arrow won't stick to the door, but that's okay. If you'll allow it, I just have a cinematic.
Yeah, no,
motif.
take it away.
That's cool.
Take it away.
So we're gonna say that this final arrow hits him like in the shoulder, not even in a mortally wounding place, right? But just enough to take him down. And Ash is gonna walk up to him before he passes out or zooms back to his crypt. Before he loses consciousness, he's gonna grab a hold of the arrow and twist it while he says, "This is for Thorin, for Onyx, and for the people of Barovia. This is one sleep you will not wake from."
Yeah. And as you twist the arrow, grunting and groaning, he says, "Go to hell." Ash, how do you finish it?
Oh gosh. I thought that was it.
No, he's down, but like basically he like the light leaves his eyes, but he's a vampire, right? It is going to take just that extra little step one way or another.
We have to stab him in his crypt though, right?
Maybe where you is.
Oh, so it doesn't have to be his actual coffin?
I mean, and the other thing is he's in sunlight, so he can't retreat to his coffin.
Oh my god, then I have it perfect.
Yeah, you
remember
you
way
got
back
him
when,
here, basically, yeah.
You guys remember way back when I broke that chair and made a steak? Like at the beginning of the game? That's what I'm gonna definitely put. It's
Yes.
just from this old rickety fucking tavern
2
chair
years.
that I whittled us. Yeah.
And 40 episodes later, the one steak from, I think you took that out of the death house, right? Wasn't it? Or
God,
No, so it was in the Blue Water Inn because those
yeah.
vampires showed up. And
Yeah.
then
Yeah,
Van
yeah,
Richten
yeah.
was kind of teaching me the ropes.
that's right.
Yeah, dude. Way
So-
back when.
yeah, so you whip out it's like a bottom of a chair leg. There's like dirt and hair, because like you know how like
Mm-hmm.
you slide chairs across the floor, right? And so there's like bar debris still stuck
The
kind of
most
to one end.
disrespectful stake in existence.
And
to stab this
as
man with.
he finally stops moving and the moment has come, Ash jams the stake in. And you feel his body start to shake. And then the skin sloughs off the bone and burbles into blood on the floor. And then the bones turn to ash in your hands. And all you're left holding is a blackened and bloodied end of a piece of wood. And some clothes that are real gross.
Anybody gonna loot that?
It's coming out
Sorry,
there
I had to.
in the
Wondrous was
the count
running
drip.
the whole time.
And with that, you feel the castle shakes a little bit. Not like a, oh no, we need to all run, but like you feel deep in the earth in Barovia, something is happening now. That he is gone and dead.
I think Wondrous is running for him as fast as he can to get up there. And I'm sorry about drawing on the screen. So, that's just Wondrous is trying to get up there. Probably starts to stagger if the building shakes. And what he's going to do is run up to PETA and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Yeah, we're out of initiative. You can rush up and cure PETA. And as PETA is raised back to consciousness, as Strahd begins to sort of, he's now nothing but bloody pulp on the floor, the green light from the door sort of fades, and the door sort of swings open, and you find yourself looking at Onyx, Mordenkainen, Esmeralda, and Rictavio, all of whom are slightly the worst for wear. There's like piles of dead undeads around them. And you see like a horde of them that have clearly fallen as Strahd has fallen. But these 4 people sort of were last standing it against the door up until you opened it. Yeah. And so here you stand in Castle Ravenloft.
22 points of healing for PETA. So that should get PETA back
Thank
on
you.
his feet.
That it does.
So that he can walk out victorious instead of being dragged out.
And so with... Go ahead.
I was just gonna see if I could ask Revenge, the Sunsword, how it feels to have Strahd dead.
God, what voice did I do for Revenge, guys? It was like, wasn't he just like a really excited bro, kind of?
Yep.
Honestly, feels good, man. He's like, he was moving all over the place, but he couldn't get away from that sun, baby.
Oh God.
You can't hide from the sun, motherfucker.
Oh my God.
Woo!
Frat boy, sun sword, it's fine.
So, with that, my friends, Strahd is dead. You make your way out of the castle. Onyx, who has been here for a little while, is able to lead you all back upstairs and out the main doors. As you step out onto the road, crossing the drawbridge, you see sun peeking through the clouds, landing on the road ahead of you. And from up here, You can see all the way down, whichever way you look, you can see down into the small town of Barovia, where after all of the rumblings and the strange goings on, you see a few townsfolk begin to peek out their doors. And then more and more as word spreads, and those who are left in the small town of Barovia begin to celebrate, having intuited what has happened here. You see the adventurers that had partnered with Thorin. Oh, Thorin is also out there. I forgot to mention that. You see all the adventurers who had partnered with Thorin sort of begin to dissipate as ghosts who no longer have that unfinished business. You see, you can look down the valley into the town of Volaki, which has been, from this vantage point, you can see many of the buildings in the town are burned. However, you do see movement. There is something going on out there. Well, and we're, I think, going to move now kind of into sort of our epilogue. As things are sort of being resolved in Barovia, what kinds of things do you guys do? Do you stay around to, like, help them figure stuff out? Do you all, move on? We're going to kind of be a little freeform with this part. What do y'all do?
Well, I know that Ash would make it a point to check in on the friends that didn't even go with him to the castle and kind of help spread the news that the monster is finally gone. But, I think at a certain point in the goings-ons, they probably mention that with, Thorin and Cass's, willing to do so, that they're going to depart for home, a full family once again.
Cass runs up to Thorin and Ash, gives him a hug, and says, I'm going to go meet our parents for the first time in my life.
Yeah. I think at some point as you are all sort of moving through, you find that Lady Fiona Wachter, who had taken control of Valaki, ends up being driven from town. I think you all, on the news that you have finally defeated Strahd, roll back into town to find that her and those who aided and abetted her are no longer in charge here. I think you continue to make your way to Kretsk to wrap things up with your allies that you had left there. You run into the Martikovs, and you run into... Why can't I remember the names? Ismark and Arena. And all of those folks. The Martikovs are sad at what's happened to the Blue Water Inn, but they think they can probably rebuild. And you eventually find a few days in that some confused people wander into the village of Kretsk from outside the valley. It seems that you have been reconnected with the prime material plane, and the people who lived near where Barovia used to be are real confused about this, the geography having changed pretty dramatically one night. Ash, I think at some point, Yeska comes up to you and says, well, I guess you've got to be going. You and the pretty lady. Because he still hasn't quite, I think, grasped it.
Yeah.
Like you're the, he thinks you're just related or something.
Yeah, it's about time that I go home. But I have to ask, how do you feel about your home?
Pretty good, I think. They burned the church down again. But I think we can probably rebuild it. After what happened, I started to I felt like I could connect better with the Morning Lord, and I think he wants me to stay here and help everybody get. I don't want to say back to normal, because our version of normal was real weird. I guess if the people who wandered in here, then they're telling me things about the outside world or any indication.
Well, I'm just excited that you have a chance at a new normal. We'll be back to visit. Now that we can come and go as we please. We'll be
Yes,
back.
when you get a chance, please tell someone to send a map of where we are, because we don't know. I heard the Ismark and the Rena saying that they're not really sure where we ended up.
I'll let you know as soon as I know myself. And I think before they part, Ash would probably kneel down and go in for the hug, you know.
Of course.
All cinematic.
Yep. Ismark and Arena, thank you tremendously. And so, yeah, we have the Fire Forges planning to head off back to reunite with, I guess, their parents. Wandrous, Peta, Onyx, Mordenkainen. What do you guys get up to?
Well, Wanderous would really want to spend some time with Onyx, his friend, and say, I'm sorry that you had to go through whatever it was that happened to you with Strahd. I tried to stay in touch, and then we couldn't anymore. And I had to do a thing, Onyx, where I had to decide to let you go. You're my first friend. You're the first person, the first creature that ever touched me or gave me friendship. And I had to tell myself that if we couldn't save you from Strahd, then we had to save you from Strahd. And I was prepared to do that. And I hope that you can forgive me for that. And I hope that you will know that I did not do that lightly or without tremendous pain to make that decision. I would like to still be your friend, if it is possible. And he would wait to hear what Onyx had to say.
I think Onyx will really take that to heart and like just be very it would kind of like do like a sigh, like, oh, Wanderous. Like, you have been such an amazing friend to me, and I appreciate you letting go of me for the short time that you did, because that saved me. So I know it was hard for you and for me, with my mind just being muddied by Strahd. I just thank you for helping me get out of that situation. You saved my life, and I owe you.
I think that the wizard Mordenkainen deserves so much credit. And I'm so glad that you have found each other again, because you two were friends, or are friends, aren't you? And what do you plan to do, Onyx, now that this adventure is over?
Well, I mean, as far as it goes for me, I may return to my forest home for a little while, but I think after some rest and recovery, I will go out and see the world and try to live a good life.
And I
Good.
think as Onyx talks about
You
going
will
out.
take my care, and
Oh, sorry.
I was just going to say you will take my care and friendship with you, and I hope we will meet again one day.
And as Onyx talks about going out to see the wide world, on his back, we see a little flap of green cloth blowing in the wind. The tent where all this started.
Tent
Ready for
Sama.
another adventure.
I'll interject real quick too. I think
Yes.
that Ash is gonna kind of walk up to Pete and be like, "Do you think this will be a song worth singing?" Make you play a dual role here.
And then yeah, Peter will be like, yeah, no, that's a great idea. Pull out his hand flute and play a little ditty.
Nice. I think if you'll allow just this little bit of conceit, I think the song that he plays perhaps sounds a bit familiar to those of our friends at home.
Hell yeah.
Well, as Wanderer stands in the ruins of the restaurant looking at the smoking church, and the people have kind of gathered around and no one has left yet, I think to Ash and Kaz and Thorin and all of the allies and the people that are there, Wanderers is going to make a bit of a speech. And he's going to say, I was raised in a place where to be a leader of my people was to be isolated, so that all my judgments that I made would be based on fact and reason and logic only. And I got sent out into the world to find something to take back to my people that would help them. And I needed to learn about other people and other places. And so I wandered into this dreadful place. And he kind of looks around as the sun is shining and the people are beginning to smile. But what I found was that logic and reason and cold, hard facts cannot explain what happened in this place in this time. This is a place of magic and darkness turned to light. And it is caring, family love, friendship, and wanting the best for each other, protecting children, saving those who are vulnerable. All of that takes tremendous heart. And what I have learned is that my heart has been touched by this place and this time. Will it be sunny forever? We don't know, because there is darkness that still lurks in hearts. I have learned that also. I think about going back to my people, but I think about leaving here. And as much as I wanted to leave for so long, and dreaded every day that I was in this nightmare. There is love here and friendship, and after a very dark time, there is much hope. I choose to stay. So I hope that you will come back and visit again as you go on your travels, and I hope that I am still here, and I hope that there is a role that I can play to rebuild and to help and to encourage. And that is what I choose for myself.
I think Ash steps forward and says, no one would choose to walk through hell. And especially the kind of hell we've seen when we first got here. But I'm glad to have had true friends at my side while we had to do our walk. And I think he's going to go around and give all the... There's been a lot of Fireforge hugging. I think there's not been enough other adventure hugging, and going to go around make that happen.
And I think we watch this scene and we start to pan up above. We see the sun shining down. On Vallaki, you can see the charred places where wooden homes and buildings had burned, but you can also see brightly colored, sort of fresh wooden planks that are being put up to repair some of the damage and replace some of the things that have been lost. As we continue to pan up, we see the mist just over the tops of the trees, pulling back and away. We pull up even farther as things descend into obscurity beneath us, and there is a bit of a wobble to our vision as some sort of... we pass through some sort of barrier, and we find ourselves in a dark room in a strange temple far to the south of Barovia. And we see a skeletal hand sort of touching its chin. And we hear, "That was pretty good." And that is where we are going to end our adventure, my friends. Wow.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Holy cow.
Yeah. I'm sad.
Yeah. We did it.
Yeah. God.
Well, thank you guys so much for
Wow,
watching.
the
I know this
sun
is a
did
bit
it.
of a shorter stream. But we are going to once again remind you who we all are and who we had the pleasure to be. And then we are going to sign off for the evening. And finally close the page on this chapter of this adventure, Curse of Strahd. Starting, of course, reminding you who we were and where we can be found on the internet. Vincent Page.
Well, I'll get the boring stuff out of the way. First off, I've been Vincent Page, and for the last 2 years, I've also been Ash Fireforge, your changeling rogue. If you guys want to find me, it's going to be a little hard these days. I have some health issues. It's cool, whatever. We're trying to get them figured out. My streams have not been as consistent as I wanted them to be the last couple months, but hey, we do what we can. Basically, if you look me up, you'll find me. I stream everywhere. It's cool. But before I hand the torch over, I do want to say real quick, thanks first to Pixel, who I may have slightly bullied into running this campaign so I could play D&D. So big shout out to him for taking the time out to make these episodes happen. Not only the D&D that happens on screen for you guys, but all the extra work he does behind the scenes preparing, throwing up this for you guys to watch later, be it podcasts, be it YouTube, be it wherever it is you decide to watch it. So big shout out to Pixel for that. Really appreciate him. Hopefully I get to play again in another campaign of his. Next shout out is to all the people, cast members. Thank you guys so much for playing along with us. I know that we've had real life things going on. Some of us had work things come up and a big move, life changes and all that. I just want you guys to know I super appreciate the crap out of y'all. It's always a pleasure to spend any amount of time with you, and even more pleasure to spend time playing D&D with you guys. And last but not least, anybody who's even tuned in to listen for be it a minute or be it the entire campaign, thank you guys so much for doing so. We, as Pixel says, we do this stupid thing on the internet where we appreciate people, taking time out to do that. And hopefully I didn't just take his ending speech from him. I just felt like I needed to say it as well.
Excellent. Yeah, all
Sorry.
good. Omega.
Hey y'all, my name is Omega. You can find me most places on the internet. Omega MT42. Life changes and moves and all that fun stuff. Yeah, I will be around at some point. I did play Onyx Montarik, the Bladesong Wizard, for a good while of this campaign. Then I also played Pizza Wallhorn, the Valor Bard, for the last half. And yeah,
how that happened.
right. So weird. No, thank you again for hanging out, watching this with us. I appreciate that. Also appreciate the cast members. And their time and commitment to this campaign. I really appreciate it. Also to Pixel for running this, hosting it, and letting us have this experience.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Ozzy.
Pixel, I just want to say thanks for running this campaign, man. Like, before I started this was the first time I was able to play D&D in years, and I forgot how fun it was. So thanks for that. And then along with you and everybody else, thanks for putting up with my crazy work schedule, between moving cross country, between deploying halfway around the world, and we weren't able to play for about 3.5 months. That kind of threw a wrench in everything, but I'm happy we were able to come back together after I got home and finish this out. And, to everyone that's tuned in over the last 2 years, I really appreciate you guys hanging out. And honestly, this has been fun, and I hope I can get into another campaign at some point. And also, I was, Thorin Fireforge for the first
those
couple of
guys.
sessions before he died. And, then I was Cass Amble Crown turned to Cass Fireforge for the rest of the campaign. And, I'm really excited for Cass, Thorin, and Ash to get home to their family. Okay,
Awesome.
that's it.
All right, bonus mom.
I played Wanderous, the originally Nature Domain cleric. No, that's how he ended up. He started as the Circle of Stars druid. You have all said it beautifully. And one time, doesn't happen often enough, bonus mom finds herself that there is just absolutely nothing else that she can add other than thank you sincerely.
Yeah, that jerk VP, man, he just really took the final
Took it all.
speech out of the. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, everybody, I have been Pixel. Throughout the course of this campaign, golly gee, I've been so many NPCs for everybody. We've been Chadrick Lich-Ditcher, the Lich of Mount Gacchus. We've been Ismark. We've been Arena. We've been Yeska. We've been the various priests. We've been Strahd. We've been the Mardikovs. We've been the other Mardikovs. We've been the Weird Angel Man. We've been the evil spirits of Barovia. We've been the Angel of Helm. Let's see. We've been all over the place. We've been Esmeralda. We've been Rictavio.
Granny Patsy.
We've been Granny Patsy. We've been so many things. I appreciate you all for watching me be all of those things, as well as everybody else. As always, I want to say shout out. Thank you so much to everyone on the cast for sharing your time and talents with us. I know that it is a big ask to set aside, multiple hours every couple of weeks to do something like this, and to have truly beaten the odds and finished a campaign. You should all be very proud of yourselves for the work that we all put into this. You've all done amazings. I'm so happy with kind of how everyone's characters were able to turn out. And, if you're still watching at this point, I just want to say, if you haven't seen the whole campaign, please go back and watch the earlier parts. And one of the reasons that I like to do these pre-done adventures is not just because it takes some of the creative overhead off of me to write this stuff in the first place, but is also to show people kind of what can be done with them. You don't have to just sit and read them, okay, and you walk to the castle, you really can take what's on the page and make it bigger and tie it to what your characters give you. And, if you look through, you can, I'm sure, find areas that I deviated, and you'll see some of the best DMing I've ever done and some of the worst DMing I've ever done. We won't talk about that fight in Philosophy. But anyway, so that's just something that I encourage folks to go check out if you would like to sort of get a sense of how to do this. Maybe it can inspire you to fire up your own campaign one day. But to everybody who has watched or listened to us, YouTube, podcast, etc., Twitch, checks live stream, to everyone who has subbed and given bits, appreciate you all. Especially just super want to shout out Vincent for giving us, up until the last couple of months, important stream nights. You could be doing your own thing, and so many of your communities have been hanging out over here with us, and I super appreciate you for that. So, friends, if you're watching this on YouTube, please go check out our Discord. Link should be in the link tree. And currently have our Avernus campaign going on every other Friday. Also, I'm going to be starting probably a new player game. I don't know if I'm going to be streaming it or not streaming it. It just kind of depends on who I can find. But if you've watched what we do and you're a member of, mine or Vincent's communities and you would be interested in trying out playing D&D, head on over to the Bonus Moms Tavern Discord and keep your eye out for the posts. I'm going to be recruiting for the next thing. So, to end it all, thank you guys so much. This has been an absolutely incredible experience. I had a blast running this adventure. And until the next time we see you, we are going to leave it there, my friends. We are going to go raid out to our friends over at Reamstream, so be sure to send them all the good vibes. And as always, until the next time I see you, be kinder to yourself. Just, be kinder to yourself than you think you should be. Actually, here, I'll dare you. Be kinder to yourself than I think you should be. Really shoot for the stars, kids. Okay.
That was a
Thank you,
power
guys.
move.
Yeah. All right. We are going to see you next time.